I am finding it really hard to believe that the summer is essentially over. Time flies. That's just the way it is. But I am not going to let August end without coming to you with an August 2025 local real estate market update. I'm Jen Blanchard, if you're new here. I'm the team leader of the Blanchard Team here in central New Jersey. We're in Basking Ridge with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Fox and Roach Realtors. Today, I've got your August 2025 real estate market update for Basking Ridge, Bernardsville, and the surrounding Somerset, Morris, Hunterdon, and Union County markets. Remember, our market doesn't always trend with national news. Location, location, location. Real estate is local. But people tend to forget that fact when they're listening to the news and they're hearing about national trends. If you're buying or selling or just curious about where the market is heading, you're going to want to watch all the way to the end because I'm going to break down what's happening right here in our backyard. I'm going to make sure that you know what you can avoid, what you should be doing, how you can position yourself to win in this competitive housing market. Because here at the Blanchard Team, our goal is to make the market work for you, regardless of what's happening. A couple of the statistics or the numbers that we look at when we're analyzing the market. We talk about interest rates, we talk about inventory levels, we talk about days on market. Mortgage rates right now are sitting around 6.6%. It's a little bit lower than they were earlier this summer. We're not really expecting them to come down much lower than that. And we're finding that buyers are no longer saying that they're waiting for rates to come down. As you know, I sell houses, not loans. If you need a referral to a mortgage rep, I am more than happy to hook you up. Inventory levels. Now remember, we look at inventory in terms of months, but that doesn't mean how many months will it take to sell a house. It's how many months would it take to sell all of the houses that are currently available on a given day based on what sold in the prior 30 days. 5 to 7 months of inventory is a balanced market that doesn't favor buyers or sellers. Anything less than 5 months is a seller's market. So remember what I said about national news telling us that prices are coming down because inventory is rising, there's more houses on the market and not enough buyers for them. That is simply not true. Hunterdon County is at 2.2 months. Somerset County is holding right around 2.9 months. Morris County, 1.6. We get a little more granular on particular towns that we cover. Basking Ridge is at 1.29. Bedminster, 1.45. Checking my notes. Berkeley Heights, 1.96. New Providence, 1.7. Bridgewater, 2.1. Clearly, these numbers are still deep in seller's market territory. See, we're not following national trends. Buyers, listen up. This next segment is for you. If you are a buyer in Basking Ridge or Bernardsville or any of the other areas that we cover here in our area, you are not alone. There's lots of you. The market is active. Buyers today, though, they're being a little more choosy and value driven. So that is a note to sellers that we'll talk about in a minute. They're not chasing every listing like they were this time last year. They are waiting for the right home. And when it pops up, they move fast, which means if you're not moving quickly, you could miss out on a home that you think is the right one for you. So if you are serious about buying in 2025, here's your playbook. Number 1, get pre-approved now. You can't afford to be window shopping without being ready to write. Number 2, know your must-haves because the right home won't wait. When it hits the market, you need to move decisively, but with awareness. Let's take a look at some median sale prices. In Basking Ridge, the median sale price is up almost 6% over last year. Homes are selling in about 15 days on average, and 80% of them are selling over asking. with a sale to list price ratio of about 104%. That's just one of our towns. That's Basking Ridge. Those are the numbers there. More than happy to share with you the information about other towns. All you need to do is pop a note in the comments and I'll reach out. But these numbers are pretty similar, whether we're talking about Basking Ridge or Bernardsville or Bridgewater or Berkeley Heights, all the B towns, but also New Providence and Tewksbury and Oldwick and Summit and Westfield. You get the point. Sellers, listen up. We are no longer in a market where all we have to do is put a sign in the ground and the buyers come. As I was saying, buyers are a little more savvy. They are paying more attention. They're being a little more picky. Yes, the numbers are still in your favor, but I have to couch that a little bit by making a comparison between houses that are priced properly and selling fast and houses that aren't. This isn't a market that easily forgives missteps. It's okay to correct course and you'll probably still do fine if you're keeping your thumb on the market and you're working with an agent who is doing that for you. If you have an inflated list price, the house is going to sit. Mediocre marketing, it's going to sit. Poor staging or no staging, you're going to sit. You don't get a whole lot of time to make a first impression. And when people are walking around the house, you want it to make sense for them. You don't want them to be walking around thinking, what do I have to do to make this better? What do I have to do to make this mine? Why is it priced so high? You want people walking around, enjoying the space, seeing themselves sitting there, and helping them see that the numbers make sense. The homes that are priced strategically, they're staged beautifully, they're marketed properly, those are the ones that are drawing multiple offers or fast offers. We had a couple of listings in the last 3 or 4 months that sold over asking with only one offer. It happens. Countywide, and I'm just talking Somerset County here, but again, it's really just to make a point. Homes are averaging about 32 days on the market. That was in July. There were 327 listings that went under contract in Somerset County. The average list price was $738,000. In towns like Basking Ridge, the right home can be gone though in a whole lot less than 32 days. It's got to be marketed properly, it's got to show great, and it has to be priced well. The biggest change in the 2025 real estate market isn't the data. Clearly, the numbers that I shared with you are still showing it's a seller's market. It's the same type of numbers that we were seeing last year, the year before, and the year before, and the year before that. It's not the data that's changing, it's the mindset. Buyers aren't waiting for rates to drop anymore. They're making a move when the right home hits the market. Sellers, they can't afford to hold out for a dream number that just doesn't exist. Also, more sellers are becoming inclined to put their houses on the market, whereas in past years, recent years, we were facing something called a lock-in, where sellers were locked into their current rate. A mortgage that you've had for the past 10, 15 years at 2 3/8 or 3.5%, you may not want to sell your house because you're borrowing money very, very cheaply. And if you sell your house and you pay that off, you lose that rate, and now you're going to go buy another house with another loan with a higher mortgage rate. Well, sellers who were facing that decision are now starting to say, all right, things aren't going to change that much. I have some equity. I'm going to go ahead and put my house on the market. So that's easing some pressure from an inventory perspective. So the market is pretty stable, but it is competitive. That means that preparation and precision are everything. Here's the good news. Opportunities are still here for both buyers and sellers. Buyers, you can find the perfect home and get a decent deal. Sellers, you can get top dollar if you price right and market strategically. At the Blanchard Team, we bring the data, the strategy, the experience. That's what we bring to the table. We want to make sure that you win in this market. If you're buying or selling or just need to know the value of your home in Somerset County, Morris County, Basking Ridge, Bridgewater, I can't even say all the towns. Opportunities are still here for both buyers and sellers. Buyers, we have had some very happy people purchase homes that they love, that they did get a good deal on. We can still do that in this market. Just need to connect with an agent who's going to help you find those deals. Whether you're buying or selling in Basking Ridge, Bernardsville, or anywhere in Somerset, Morris, Hunterdon, or Union County, I feel like a broken record, we've got you covered. Looking to go out of state or in an area where we don't have a real presence, we are part of a very large Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices real estate network. We can connect you with agents and virtually anywhere. So here's the bottom line. The market rewards those who are ready, prepared, and strategic. If you're considering a move, let's talk today. Whether this is next week or a year from now that you're thinking about moving. If we talk now, I'll give you the straight truth, a clear plan, and the results that you deserve. Because on our team, we make the market work for you. Once again, I'm Jen Blanchard, team leader of the Blanchard Team at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Fox and Roach Realtors. If you like this video, please like it, share it with a friend, subscribe to my channel, click the little bell, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Just want to make sure that you don't miss any of my insider tips for navigating the New Jersey real estate market.